I'll tell a little bit of it, but I don't understand what these guys go through. Some people go to the military and they don't see any action.
What they went through.
Yeah. Some people go to the military and it's constant action. And I mean, this is why we get to do this show, because of these guys doing what they did. And this guy I'm talking about was a medic pilot, a chopper pilot. And he told me about it's 28 minutes from where I would pick them up until I got them to where they got to go. Now, they're all out, and I've got medics on the chopper with me. He said, but a lot of them wouldn't make it because they die from shock.
In the back, Jim's focusing on his seriously wounded patients.
It's a lot easier to focus when you have wounded because you're not focusing on what's going on around you, which is the scary stuff. One guy got hit in the upper shoulder, and I was worried that his subclavian artery might have been cut, so I'm focused on that, and I'm not afraid anymore.
And it's tough.
It's fact.
This is not an exciting part of the show, but it's...
No, but it speaks to your point. I spent 7 years in the military, in the Navy. I didn't see any. There really was no action going on while I was in. But now you got these generations of what started to be kids 20 years ago, and it hasn't stopped. And we forget that many times when we're living here in this country, that there are kids still dying all over the world defending our freedom and our right to be able to have this show.
When you say kids, men and women.
That is
I say kids, you're right. That's the wrong way to say it. It's young men and women out there doing it. But thank God that we have these young men and women out there to do this so that we can have everything that we have in this country, which sadly too many people don't seem to appreciate as much as they used to.
Think about Normandy when they stormed the beaches. Most of those guys didn't make it. And it's amazing to think about that.
Do you know, I don't think that most kids today know a thing about World War II.
Well,
I mean, we grew up, that was our entertainment, the movies, everything was about that. You were very well versed on that. And I don't think any of them know anything about it, let alone Vietnam or anything else like that. It's just, there's no perspective, seems like, anymore when it comes to some of these things.
But I will tell you this. If you don't know anything about World War II, watch some of the World War II in color. Don't watch any World War II movies. Watch documentaries about World War II, about D-Day, about
Normandy.
All the people that saved us, that as quick as they hit the beach, they all figured they're going to die, but they did it anyway. That's tough, but they did. And we could sit here and talk about it and be Americans nowadays because they did that 70 years ago.
Hear, hear, hear.
We were on our way back from Chickamauga, which there was a Civil War battle there. But anyway, if y'all want to research that. But we were in Valdosta on our way back, pulling that 1944 MB Willys Jeep behind us.
Do not speed when driving through Valdosta.
Great idea. But when we got up that morning, the guy that's riding with me said, I want barbecue. And I said, okay. So we were searching hundreds of miles in front of us, barbecue places. So I said, find one in Valdosta. So we did, and we went there. And we went in, I can't remember the name of the place. I don't know. But anyway, there's a gas station right next to the barbecue place. And the barbecue was good. I had a good time there. But we drove over to get gas, and quick as we parked, a guy gets out of his truck. I'd say he's 40-something. I don't know. And he said, hey, World War II MB. And I'm like, wow. He said, I've got one. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So the guy I'm with and him, they start talking about it. And then all of a sudden the guy said, I am a medic chopper pilot. And I went, oh my gosh, so was the guy I'm with. I'm pumping gas. I could not believe that two guys with old World War II Jeeps, and they're both, well, one of them is retired, and the other one is in reserves or something. But how in the world do you run across
Small
that
world, right? Yeah,
in Valdosta, Georgia?
Right. Yeah, but definitely do not speed driving through.
But yeah, that was really weird. I'm pumping gas and I'm listening to him talk, and when he said that, I went, "How in the world does that happen?"